Well, howdy, folks. It's time for Beyond the Smoke Barbecue Talk. So grab your drink of choice and come gather around the fire as we talk all things Beyond the Smoke. Featuring pitmaster chats from all your favorite names in barbecue. We chat about competitions, pits, meats, and everything in between. From barbecue to grilling, from trimming to smoking, we got you covered. Got questions? Let us know. We're always happy to hear from you. Thanks for coming, friend. We're glad you're here. Now sit back, relax, and let's talk some barbecue. It's time to go Beyond the Smoke.
What's up, boys?
What's up, guys?
Oh, another Monday.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's
Start
right.
the week off.
Always another Monday, huh?
Yes, sir.
Just another Monday.
Hey, be
up,
thankful
Chase?
for those another Mondays, right?
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, that's right, bro.
Chase.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so how everybody's weekend go?
Not bad.
Busy, dude.
I say it was pretty slow. Hung out. What's going on, Martin?
Ty.
Or Ty, producer Ty.
Hi.
Yeah, it was pretty slow. Hung out, cooked some steaks, and
Good, Brandon.
just hung out. What's up, Brandon?
Right on. Hell yeah.
Yep. What about y'all?
Man, I catered for a baby shower on Friday night, so stayed up all night. Cooking a couple of briskets and doing some beans and stuff like that. So early Saturday morning, I was dropping that off and then heading straight to work, man, out to the field. So it was kind of a busy, long weekend for me.
Hey, did you burn the beans?
Not this time, bro.
What's going on, Matt?
What's going on, man?
And Melody?
Matt.
Melody. Off
Donnie.
tip with Donnie.
And Donnie.
What up, brother?
Stay
Go
big
be
RGC
strong.
this weekend?
That's a cool mofo right there. Congratulations, brother.
Good job.
There's
Oh,
that.
yeah.
RGC right there. Congrats, Colin.
Congratulations on that, brother. Way to go. Yeah.
There's
What's up, Bobo?
Another one.
Hey,
another
Bobby.
one.
Cool dude, man.
Yeah. Congratulations, Bobby.
Congrats, brother.
On all y'all.
Bunch of big dogs in here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad they're all over in, southern Texas. San Antonio area.
What's up, Lance?
Lance.
What
What about you, Kyle? Did you do any practicing this weekend? Anything or no?
Yeah, man. Like I told you on the last show, we're getting new trailer, so we're gonna be running a bunch of drums and shit. So we ran a practice run on drums this weekend. As a matter of fact, I got one of my drums from fucking Brandon Perryman. So yeah, we just played around with some drums, tried out some different recipes, and times and shit like that. Hung out
Right
really.
on, bro.
Is that the Quattro D you cooked on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I never
Okay,
thought
roll
I'd
that
do
Jambo.
it, bro. Well, yeah, it's crazy.
It's gonna
What's
go
that?
for sale. It's gonna go for
All
sale.
right. Nah, I just never thought. I thought pretty much he was gonna, I thought he was gonna stay pretty much offset there for a while, and. But yeah, he pretty much did. Just mixing it up now. Got the best of both worlds now, so badass.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna keep my eye out for a porch trailer. If I see one come up in a certain price range, I'll just go buy it, and then we'll put
Yeah.
that Jambo on the back of it. So if we go somewhere big or somewhere far, we can just haul the trailer instead of a, you know
Absolutely.
what I mean, a fucking travel trailer.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yeah, and you don't have to winch that damn thing up there.
Steven?
Yeah.
You want to buy a winch, Sam?
No.
Shit, Serge needs a winch. You want to buy a winch, dude?
Might as well just throw it on with everything else I gotta buy. Fuck it.
Good down.
If I get
Now,
one that's
how's
gonna
that-
winch my fat ass up out of bed.
No, it's
How's the
coming
business?
along good. It's coming along good, man. Just the whole business thing is it's a different world, man. Like as far as everything that goes into it, it's BBQ and the cooking's the easy part. It's everything else that all the permits, the licensing, just everything, dude. Everything from where am I gonna fucking park the trailer? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the trailer in the shop right now. He's putting everything in it. I still gotta order a few things here and there, a couple big purchases, but other than that, man, it's coming along pretty good. I'm ahead of schedule. I said summer 25, and it looks like probably I'm going to be ready to go late May, early June.
Right on, brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm a little ahead of schedule, and right now I'm within budget. So see what happens, dude. See what happens.
Right on, bro. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, definitely.
You
Most
get like
definitely.
you're gonna have like a soft opening or what?
Yeah, I think so. I'm working on, like I said, man, it's all business. I've been going to a bunch of business meetings with the Small Business Development Center there in Midland, and man, we're working on business plans and all kinds of shit. And I've never done that stuff before, so she's pretty anal when it comes to the numbers. So she's making me put everything on there from the little fucking 3-ounce cups of for the sauce to the proteins. You know what I mean? Everything and everything that comes in between it. So
Yep.
Every penny matters at a fucking company level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially
And it's good. It's good to have an advisor like that because she's a business lady and this is what she does, right? So I'm learning a lot and see what happens, dude. It's fucking sink or swim, dude.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
Other than that, that's all I've been doing.
Right on, brother.
So
shoot, yeah.
Sam, why don't you introduce our guest for tonight while I look at this stuff?
Well, tonight we got Mr. 300.
Yeah.
He's the host of the So Smokin Gooder Show, head cook of BullHorn Barbecue, Mr. Rob Arocha.
Yes, sir.
What's up, Rob?
Howdy, fellas. Glad to be here. Thanks for
Glad
inviting
you're
me.
able
Coming
to
on.
Sir.
come on and spend some time with us, dude. For sure.
Mr. 300 is Tom Selleck in that old baseball movie.
That was a good movie too. Yeah.
But I do like Mr. 300 for at least for a week here. That was a lot of fun.
Going on 301. How about that?
Going on 301. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that, Rob, for real, man. I know
Yes,
a lot of
man.
people were coming in and I don't know how it feels. I mean, I can imagine how it feels. What do you got? 6 years into it?
It'll be 8 years in
Jeez.
about 3 months. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Man.
Yeah, we didn't do weekly back when we first started. It was like I said, y'all watch we do one maybe twice a month at best. Sometimes once a month. You know, we just me and Case our schedules, and we were trying to figure things out. We went, you know, we didn't know what the show was going to be like at that time, and you know, and then I don't know, probably about 4 years ago, we started doing a weekly show. So yeah, it's a lot of work, as you boys know, and doing it each and every week and lining up a guest, making sure all of you guys are together, and but it's all worth it. It's a lot of fun, and just hearing the love from the Gooder gang this week, you know, sending in videos and just, you know, text and all kinds of things that I didn't realize. I thought I knew from me, you know, you guys in the podcasting world, you guys know, getting to that number is pretty rare. I think it's less than like 2%. Most of them die in the first 6 months. Most shows, so y'all are well on your way. Most shows like this, they in the first 6 months they're died. 90% of them die, just because either they get bored or they get frustrated or they just lose interest or whatever it may be. But to do that, I knew it was a big deal. I didn't realize other people would think it was a big deal, but man, they came strong. They showed the love, and I was very appreciative of it. You know, of course, I can't do it by myself. I got producer Ty and I got Eddie this season now, so it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun.
So,
yeah, for sure.
What do you think your biggest milestone was? Was it 10? Was it 30? Was it 100? 200? Of course, 300 is a huge number, but was there like, holy fuck, we actually made it to 30 fucking episodes, or was there a number?
No,
there?
honestly, this one was the biggest one where I was just like, this is pretty freaking cool, right? You know, the other ones I was just kind of, you know, Case and I started this just to have fun, and you know, we were just doing it for ourselves, for our own benefit, right? If when we say it all the time, it's like if we're having fun, we feel like people watching are going to have fun, and just knowing that people were watching and growing and sticking with the show, and you know, being loyal to it. You know, once, you know, most of these cats, they watch every week, which is pretty cool, and it's a lot of fun. So we're just grinding it out, you know, and not really paying much attention to the numbers. And then when this one was coming up, I was like, this one's pretty big. This is a big deal. So this was the first one where I made any kind of, you know, we celebrate our years. You know, we celebrated year 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this year we're going to celebrate 8. So it's pretty cool to do that. But as far as like a number episode milestone, this was the first time that we made a big deal of it, or you know, just basically put it out there. It's like, this is kind of a big deal. So yeah, this was the one.
So how did you guys come up? How did you come up with the concept of doing your own podcast? I mean, you know.
Yeah. So whenever we started this, it was nothing like it. There was one show up in the north, and they're still on. It's called Barbecue Central Show on Tuesday nights. He goes live. That's Greg Rempe, and I gave him full, you know, credit for inspiring me to do this deal. But even his show was way completely different than I kind of wanted our show to do. You know, I started it because I cook here in the Houston area, and at the time I wasn't cooking hardly at all. You know, I was doing maybe 8 a year, 12 a year at best contest. And so, you know, as you guys know, you got to be pretty consistent to be good. You know, I'd pop off one every so often, but you know, I was for the most part just fledgling and in barbecue, and more so wanting to have fun with Case and my friends. And, you know, we'd have big parties on Friday night, and then we go and turn in whatever we turned in on Saturday. But I started getting to know all these people, and it was nothing like that out here at all. And so that was the whole point of the show. And it's still the point of the show, is to highlight and showcase people that we don't hear much about, or you know, Serge knows I'll look around and I'll say who I feel like are some newcomers or up and comers, and I'll basically highlight them. And that's always been the point of the show, and it continues to be the point of the show 8 years later. So it's that's why we started. That's how we started it. Before, you know, it was a live show, and we'd have guests, and we'd have people show up at my buddy's Bull Printing Wraps and Graphics studio, we called it. And, you know, we just started from there. And then once Facebook Live became a real thing, you know, that's when it was able to expand out and send links and get guests like that. And, you know, I'm real proud of the fact that, you know, shows like yours right now, it looks, you know, the names have changed, but it looks very familiar to what we're doing. And I love that. And I, you know, encourage anybody that wants to do it. But yeah, that's how we started. That's why we started.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Because I remember when I started watching your show, and I talked to you about it before, is there wasn't any content for, competition barbecue. And I think I saw you on was it Johnny Mag's show.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, who's Rob? Who's this dude? Right. And then that's when you start talking about your show and I started looking it up, and sure enough, boom, there it comes. Right. And you just get hooked on it. You know what I mean? Just get hooked on it, and a lot of information. Even in the early episodes, there's a lot of information. So
those are some fun, crazy episodes. I kind of want to mix that. We were pretty zany and crazy early on, and now it feels like we kind of got in the groove of what we're doing. But I do want to bring back some of them fun, crazy, off the wall stuff, and we still do every now and then. But it was just felt like it was more often back then than it is quite now.
What up, Steve?
How long were you solo on the show before you brought in Ty? You brought Ty. Ty's been on a couple years now, right?
Yeah, it was me for all that time up until a couple of years ago, until Ty started watching the show, and he's like, "Hey, is there any? Can I help you out doing this? I do this for other shows, and this." Or he was doing his whatever it may be, but I was like, "Yeah, you're welcome to," because he was a big loyal watcher of the show. And I was like, can't pay you shit, can't pay you anything, but if you want to do it, and he's still doing it right now. So I love Ty, love what he's brought to the show. It's taken my focus away from the Gooder game, which I love being a part of it, but Ty will highlight it, and I still get to be a part of what's going on in the chat.
Yeah, you can watch.
But I was finding myself lost in the chat, and not paying attention to my guest, and so it was tough to do all of that, to juggle all of that. But with Ty here, it's feels like the show's gotten better just by his addition alone right there.
Yeah, for Absolutely. Sure. Man, I don't know how you did it by yourself with keeping up with all the
it's tough.
The comments.
I would miss.
That.
Trust me, I didn't catch it all. I was a bad shortstop, basically. I was laying a bunch of stuff that went by me.
Well, I think that's what's good about us guys. We mesh pretty good when it comes to this show, and we've gotten better as far as I wouldn't say stepping on each other's toes, but just there's been several times where we double book. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And
there's Ty right there. What's up, Ty? Yeah, it's I feel like this y'all show is kind of unique because y'all have 4 hosts that are people that are on screen. That's unique to this deal. That's so I mean y'all are doing something different, which is cool.
Yeah, that 4 hosts can get a little tough sometimes too, right? Plus you bring on a guest or maybe 2 guests, and you're trying not to talk over each other and make sure that the guest gets the spotlight too, right? And so it gets a little tough sometimes.
Yep.
Look at Brian.
And then it kind of cuts back on your questions.
Marketplace. This isn't a marketplace podcast, Brian. Y'all didn't
there you go, Kyle.
This show. First time.
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
You got that old money.
Oh, don't start your shit.
CB.
CB. Hell yeah.
That guy's doing all right.
It does get kind of tough with 4 people because that's 3 other people and yourself shooting out questions, thinking of questions. And most of the time, these guys, they spit them out before I can, so I just sit here like a fool half the time.
You got yours in the chamber, and they ask it, and you're like, crap. All right.
Uh-huh.
No, we just like to freestyle, right, and kind of spit it from the dome. And whatever comes up. Sometimes we talk about some dumb shit, but sometimes we got some depth in there, So I think that's where it's kind of fun for me is I like the bullshit.
Yeah.
And like I said, sometimes with 4 people and a guest, it gets a little tough to speak, but you just gotta sit back, listen, and enjoy. And I mean, we get a lot of people come on and talk, dude, and they have a lot of good information that they're putting out for us, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, the way I approach it is I like to have like maybe a 4 or 5 talking points, but they hardly all get asked, or maybe one, the one that starts it, because the best kind of shows are the ones that kind of take a life of their own, to where you don't know where it's going to go and how it's going to go, and just let's raise some boxes. Yeah, so those are the best shows where you don't plan it. So we don't have anything scripted really on this show. We start and see where it ends up, and of course we we do top of the hour type stuff. We do, the Rate My Box, Mount Rushmore and stuff like that. So all that's on the second half of the show. But for the most part, that show is totally unscripted and whatnot. We've had people cry on the show. It's kind of cool to, they get emotional
cool.
and just let them talk. It's fun, man. And it's, and everybody's got a cool story, regardless of how you started or where you came from or what you're doing. Everybody's journey is different. And it's just, it's fun to listen and showcase and get these people out there. That's why we started, and that's why we're still doing it.
Yep.
Brother. Sure. Man.
We got a weird ass text is why we ended up with this show. Fucking Serge's like, hey bro, I had a dream last night that we were all on a podcast. And I'm looking at my wife like, what the fuck is Serge dreaming about me for? He said, no, we got your back, bro. Let's go. Let's try it out.
Yeah. Man, there was so much shit talking on that group text, Rob. It was ridiculous. It was like, man, we got to record this.
I love the fact y'all guys got something good going here. I've watched a few of the shows. I like that you got a lot of your West Texas boys out there on the show and expanding as well. It's all good, man. There's plenty of room out there for all of these out there. There's a lot of great people out there to talk with, and some that I have been doing 300 of them, and there's still some that I definitely want to. Have all these three over here I haven't had on the show yet. So there's so many good people out there that are doing well and or at least trying, and that's the main part. You just, even if you're not doing well, as long as you're trying and giving your best and going back out there, maybe taking a butt whooping and dusting off and going back out there and hauling that trailer back to another parking lot and giving it another whirl. That's what I respect about these cooks, and that's what I respect about the whole sport of barbecue. And it's humbling, as we all know. It can give you some really good highs, some pretty big lows, and but in between, it's all good.
Right. And there's a lot of passion in barbecue. A lot of these guys, they're passionate about it, so they keep doing it week in and week out.
Yeah, definitely.
That's one of those things that goes even deeper than barbecue. Everybody becomes family.
Absolutely.
So it becomes just a passion about the fellowship, the friendship, the camaraderie. And then sometimes, like on Friday night, that barbecue kind of takes a back burner.
100%. We had a situation this weekend. I'm not going to go into it, but it's a cook had a moment, and a lot of the fellow competitors came and gave him support for a little while, and that's what it's about, man. Just having each other's backs and going out there. Obviously, we all want to win, but be a great winner, be a better loser is the way you look at it.
Oh yeah.
If we weren't for barbecue, I wouldn't know. Like I said, we're originally from Texas, but we've lived all over the country chasing oil and everything else for money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if it weren't for barbecue, I wouldn't know half the people that I talk to on a daily basis. I mean, fuck, if it weren't for barbecue, I'd be like, who the fuck is that guy over there running a barbecue drum at 700 degrees, drunk as fuck? Now I'm on a podcast with him, you know what I mean?
That Aaron?
No, it's Sam.
I do call Aaron the president of the Burnt Barrel Club.
Yeah.
He's definitely the president. Sam might be the vice president after that story.
Sam's getting better. He's using a probe now, Rob. So
yeah, I upgraded to a probe.
He's not running by sundial anymore. He's doing right.
That's why I had to wake up so late, was let that sun get up so I could use the sundial.
Right. Yeah, it's been kind of challenging, being the one from New Mexico hanging in with these guys. So yeah, I'm like the oddball out of the guys, but yeah, it's what makes it cool.
That is,
yeah, he's the oddball guy, but he comes in from New Mexico, Texas, and ends up kicking.
Yeah, I've seen some
kicking
big
ass,
trophies,
so.
big wins. Mm-hmm.
Appreciate it, fellas. Thanks for the support.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Jen.
Hello, Jen.
So I got a question for you there, man. So what made you bring the new co-host in, Eddie? You know what I mean? What brought that on?
Well, I've started it with a co-host, so we've had a co-host forever with Case, and Case was in for about 4, maybe 5 years, and then I was doing a run of either solos or I would have special co-hosts. So I'd have, I've had quite a few special co-hosts that we called them. And then Eddie actually contacted me and was interested. And I love Eddie. Eddie's great. Eddie first show that Eddie did like this was our show. And Eddie was very shy. He comes off as like maybe standoffish and whatnot until you get to know the kid. And he's opening up, and he's like, hey, I was like, absolutely, man, let's give it a run. And Eddie's been great. He loves the Rate My Box segment. He's there each and every week. I was teasing him on the show the other night. I'm not 100% sure when he's going to be on, but come 8:00, he's there. 7:59, maybe not, but 8:00, he's there. And so it's been great. It's been great having Eddie on the show. He adds a lot to it, and he's just a cool cat, man. I love Eddie, and that's how it started. And Eddie's been on, I don't know, about maybe 8-10 months. It's been a while.
It's been a while
since Eddie's been on. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I'm still gonna do. If Eddie can't make it, I'll still reach out and do a special co-host or whatnot, or just go at it. But with the addition of Ty, it's a lot easier to have a solo deal, or I've never really did a solo show with having Ty there. That would be cool. But I love what we got with Eddie, and like I said, we've always had a co-host on the show, so it's nothing new for us to do that. But Eddie settled in, and he's doing a great job.
Oh yeah, and he's a hell of a cook.
Oh yeah,
his record shows it. So,
Hey, Serge,
San Antonio GC.
Yep.
Throw up Dakota's deal, would you?
Which one was it?
That one right there.
The podcast is cool and all, but let's hear that chicken recipe.
Yeah, chicken. I mean, I've been on. I'm not a table guy, but these last 2 weekends have been tough on the old bird. But I got my chicken shirt on tonight. I love this shirt. I feel like I have got chicken and ribs and pork pretty well dialed in, and I feel like this last 6 weeks or so, brisket is finally getting a plan where I can take some direction on it. So I'm expecting big things from my little team with my wife and I this year. So we'll see what goes on. I'm always there at the top, but seldom have a dud weekend because they always play up pretty well. But I need to put all 4 of them on the stage at a time, and we'll see how it goes. It's coming.
Yeah, John,
man, barbecue's tough, dude, especially whenever your kids are playing sports, right?
Yeah.
And we take off, from fucking October, November to February, March, because we're chasing basketball. It's tough to stay competitive like that.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's 23. We had 10 GCs and 3 RGCs, and we were competing every weekend pretty much. I think we had like 45 contests that we did. That was the most we ever did. And that's why I'm a firm believer in you got to cook often to consistently stay up there. Because when we're doing every 3 weeks, it affects you, right? Every month, even though it feels like a lot because those weeks come pretty quickly, you're definitely losing something. You just don't even know what you're missing, or what you're forgetting, or a step that you might have just overlooked and whatnot. So the more consistent you are, it's great. So, but last year we only did 18 contests, so that's quite a big of a drop. Just from the last couple of years, we've kind of way down on our cook count, but still proud of the fact we still finished in the top 10 in chicken. That's why and top 25 in every category last year. So even with the limited amount of cook-offs we did, so we're going to try and do more. Baseball season has started. We just had our first game. Like I said, I can't do the show when I hopefully Ty, I hadn't even talked to Ty. Ty's watching right now. Ty, it might just be you and Eddie on Wednesday night doing some Rate My Boxes or whatnot. But so I can't do one. We got a game tomorrow night, or is it Wednesday night? We got a game Thursday night, Saturday. So baseball's back, and so I'm not going to be out there as often up until the summer. And I hate cooking in the summer. It's just too damn freaking hot. But I may do some little more summer action, and then of course fall ball starts back up again. So it affects my cook schedule, but I wouldn't have it any other way. My kids are 15. My oldest is about to be 18, and so Got very, very few games left with him. You know, very few left with the 16-year-old. So it's going to be. I want to make as many as I can, and that's my goal. And that's what got to be there. Got to be there for them.
That's right. Like I tell the guys all the time, barbecue's always going to be there.
Rob says you got to do more cook-offs. Baby.
Yeah, barbecue will be here in whenever you're done with what you need to do, and it'll just be harder. Every week it gets harder and harder in barbecue with all the resources that are out there for cooks and new cooks especially.
Yep.
Yeah, and all the new cooks, I mean, like you said, there's with all the resources, and they come in with that passion too, you know.
Oh yeah.
And it's just it gets hard. It's hard for sure, man.
Yeah, I always whoever listened to me, I'll tell them every weekend is harder than the following week. The previous weekend is just because you're gonna have another team in, or they're just gonna get better, and you know the more repetitions, you know, it's just it's tough. It's tough, but that's why we do it. It's fun. That's what makes winning so much more rewarding, and that's why you see these guys at the top that are consistent. Just hats off to those guys. They're killing it.
Absolutely.
What are you cooking on, Rob?
So I cook on 2 Gateway drums, and I have a Gateway Go-To, that little guy that I affectionately call Willie, named after my good buddy Willie Richards, who I saw this past weekend. So I got Willie, and then I got 2 Gateway drums, and then I have a Rectech 700 Bull, which I've had since 2018, which is just a beast. This thing has traveled. Yeah. It's been shaken and dropped and spit out all over the place, and it refuses to die. I love this thing. And if pellet smokers, you know, back in the day, they're not so much a bad word anymore. But man, when I started, nobody had them, and I had one, getting talked about and whatnot. But to me, a pellet smoker is a must in a barbecue trailer, just because you know what it's going to do. It's consistent and it's always there.
Right.
You know, there's offsets and all kinds of different things, but that's just what I've settled into. I love the drum smokers. You know, regardless of what brand they are. I know Bobby's in the kind. I want to get my hands on a Quattro D, just to check them out. But man, those are just, to me, it's portable. You know, I got a 16-foot trailer, so I can fit them all in there and hook up my truck and roll on. I used to have a big offset, a Pitmaker Sniper, which I absolutely love. This thing was a show pit. It was gorgeous. It's just heavy, and it was big for cooking 1 brisket and 3 racks of ribs, and I wasn't even cooking chicken on it because I had a little Old Smoky at the time. So it was just too big to be hauling, and so that's what I've settled in on, and that's since I've dialed in with those, my barbecue game is definitely
right on,
gone upward.
Nice.
How about you guys? What are y'all cooking?
I'm straight drums, maybe a Weber.
Okay.
Drums and Weber kettle. Yeah.
All right, we got the Can Cartel here, right here.
Pretty much. Kyle's coming in. Kyle's jumping on board.
I heard y'all talking about that before the show.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'm a little nervous about it. Right, the cook times are a little different, and direct heat as opposed to an offset. So I gotta get a little practice, a little more practice.
Oh yeah, brother. Learn and love it.
We're just gonna go out there and run it and see what the fuck happens.
Yep.
Just watch that lid. Watch that lid. Don't put it under a tree.
Or a canopy.
Or a canopy. Yes.
Sam's using volcanoes. What the hell?
Yeah.
So I know everybody knows you from the show, Rob and BullHorn, but have you ever talked to us about how did BullHorn come about? You started as a tailgater, right? Were you a tailgater?
I was a tailgater and still
for the Cowboys.
Hell no. No, Texans tailgaters, season ticket holders since day one, and so
nice.
We would tailgate since 2002. We've been tailgating. Not so much anymore after the pandemic. I realized, watching on TV is not as bad, not so bad. Right. Not hauling everything, because we'd host a party. We'd have a 50-person party in a parking lot for 3 hours. We'd wake up at 6 a.m., drive to the stadium, gates open at 8, haul ass to our spot, unload everything. By like 8:40, we were set up and cooking whatever it was that day. We were decided to cook. We'd have a menu, we'd have a bar, we'd have a music DJ. We had it all, man. It was awesome. And then come around that time, I was part of a big barbecue team, but I wasn't a barbecuer by any means. I was their money guy. I was their guy that would go out and get sponsorships for this big party we did once a year. It's still around, TAFR. In fact, it's coming up next weekend. Texas Association of First Responders. Anyway, this team had 10 barbecue spots. So they had 10 entries. They had 10 chickens, 10 rib entries, 10 brisket entries. They wouldn't give me a single one of them. So they would do them all. And the only thing I would do was the seafood entry, and killed it at the seafood entry, by the way, if the team is watching. But yeah, they wouldn't give me any of the big meats. And whenever I got kind of tired of that, and I asked my buddy Tad at the time, I was like, hey, Barbecue Pitmaster was also starting. So I was like, man, this is what I want to do, man. I want to just
for sure.
get a little pop-up, have he had a big offset, the 500-gallon offset. It was like, man, let's just bring the pit out, little pop-up, turn in some food, see what happens, and finally talked him into it. And we had our first March of 2012 was our first contest, and then TAFR came around that 2 months later. We wound up winning the contest, and it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's a big part of our journey. And that's when BullHorn bar. So we were called the BullHorn tailgaters because we would drink out of a BullHorn for luck. We'd have this horn, and we'd pass it around before we walked into the stadium. So we were called the BullHorn tailgaters. And then when we started the barbecue, it was just natural, called it BullHorn barbecue, and it actually fits in the barbecue world, BullHorn barbecue. And that's how it started. And we haven't looked back since. I had a team back in the day of like 5 guys. And it just slowly dwindled. Those guys, it is like 2 guys were pretty much doing everything and 3 weren't. And so we just dwindled down to that. And finally it just dwindled down to myself. And it was me for a long time. Diane wasn't really a part of it until, about 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. She was like, hey, if we're going to do this, let's get serious about it. And you're just not going to go out there and get stupid on Friday night and then turn in some junk on Saturday. And so, we started paying more attention to it, getting more serious, and that's how we started. That's when the success started happening with BullHorn. So that's how it started, and we're still going at it. Now it's just me and my wife doing it out there.
Who's more competitive, you or your wife?
I would say it's pretty equal now. Before, she really wasn't competitive at all. I grew up playing baseball and competitive. Before barbecue, I was a competitive softball player. And so this was all that we would do. It's competition for me. And so barbecue was just another way to compete. But with her, she was a dancer growing up. So she wasn't really, I guess that's competitive shit. Not like the competitive dance you have now, like a ballet stuff. But man, once she started getting that taste of winning and being a part of this thing, she started looking for contests and where are we going next and what are we doing? And it was definitely a transformation, and she's very competitive. Trust me, guys. She wants to win. She's looking at the sheets like, what are we doing wrong? What can we do better? I'm like, nothing, baby. We're fine. Doing good.
What's up, Fred?
All bullshit aside, we got Stroud, we got Collins, and we got Christian Kirk this year, right?
Yeah.
Think we're gonna get a good offensive line in the draft?
Well, they just had some free agents that they got. We got a couple that are still okay on the line, so I don't know. We got new O-line coaches, so hopefully that'll improve. And I'm sure they're going to draft 2 in the draft, so they're fine. They're good. And then we need another receiver as well. All good. I think they'll be good.
Yeah.
Better than the Cowboys, that's for sure.
Fucking A. That don't take much though, right?
I know. That's better than the Cowboys is still not making the playoffs. We need to be really good.
I used to watch football a lot and keep up with it. But dude, ever since the Titans let me down, I was always an Oilers fan as a kid growing up. Man, I was hardcore Oilers fan. moved to Tennessee. You know, I kind of was following them, and then that one yard. Ever since that Super Bowl, dude, and they fucking choked. That was it. Stopped watching football at that point.
I dropped them like a bad habit when they left, like an ex bad girlfriend that broke my heart, and but never took them back, and I was happy when they came up a yard short. I was cheering for the Rams. Fuck them. Really.
Hey, back, man.
Easy, Rob.
Oh, man.
Did y'all see that Fred's HEB video? That thing was
Yeah, for
That
sure.
was
That was
awesome.
awesome, man.
Yeah,
That
pretty cool.
production, that production was pretty cool. I remember I saw I was watching the awards live, and I was like, oh, there goes the camera crew with Fred. Something's gonna be coming up here pretty quick. So, but man, they did a hell of a job. I mean,
it
it's
was great.
you know, professional production.
Absolutely.
You know,
CB.
I can imagine.
No.
You know how hard it is to keep up with it. You know what I mean? But they did a good job. So
No, it's a wonderful video.
Absolutely. Still
Yeah,
climbing down the Fred.
G. Walt, big winner.
yeah, he got a big win.
Mhm.
Sweep him. So, how do you feel the state of barbecue is these days, Rob? I mean,
I
as far
feel
as like,
Go ahead. As far as
no, as far as like how it was, say 5 years ago.
Well, 5 years ago was pandemic, so it was really hurting. There was a lot of good teams that left when the pandemic hit, and we couldn't have a lot of contests out there. There were some really good names that you guys probably didn't ever heard of that just decided to, you know, this is maybe they got older or whatever it may be, but a lot of them didn't come back. And so for a few years, 3 years, it was slowly building back up. But right now, 5 years from that moment, it's as me and Fred were talking this weekend. We got 100-team contests all over the state, and almost every weekend. It is flourishing. You know, we got a lot of new blood into the sport. You get barbecue shows like ours that you can watch and learn and see. It's out there. It's in their face right now, barbecue, and it's so much fun. And people go out there and they get hooked. They go out one time and this is cool, man. These are all these cool people around here. There's husbands and wives and people and just there's also events around it. It is so much fun. It's a family fun event. It is continues to grow. It's in its best moment that I can see that it's been in since I started. It's in its golden era at the moment, and we're still getting new teams each and every week. We got new players like G. Walt, CB, all these guys that are they've been at it for maybe since the pandemic they got started. I know Dirty Smoke got started in 21, so he started after the pandemic. You guys started after the pandemic, so it's. I don't know about Anthony. Anthony's probably been a little more.
Way back. I just wasn't thinking about
2008.
Oh shit, he started before I did. But no, barbecue's in its best moment right now. You know, we've got here in Texas. We're blessed to have a contest pretty much every weekend, not far from us. I know you guys still have some challenges with traveling a little bit, but man, it's we're definitely in the golden era as far as Texas is concerned. I'm not sure how much outside of the state, but I still feel like they're still growing too as well.
Oh yeah. And CBA has been a big part of that. I feel with them branching out up with,
it's
up to the Northeast, and
CBA has been real instrumental in introducing pork, introducing new challenges, introducing creativity in boxes, introducing a shorter timeline, walk-up music, just a lot of fun. CBA has really infused this growth in barbecue. I'm proud to be a part of CBA, and I feel like what we've done has helped the sport by far. You know, people were concerned about why do we need another sanctioning body? Well, this is why. This is a different approach, different ways to do things. You know, electronics. We're very technology driven. We got great people in this organization. And we're still growing. We're still figuring things out as well. You know, 5 years later, but or 4 years later, whatever year we're on. But we'll continue to figure things out. We'll continue to grow, and it's just it's a cool organization, CBA.
absolutely,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, I don't know about that. I think I'm kind of, got a kind of soar towards CBA right now because they kind of took my wife from me and my cook-off team. You know what I mean? So she's doing more of the head judging now than she is helping me. So that sucks. Can't help me no more.
Hey,
So, yeah, I'm kind
guaranteed
of
money for her.
So yeah,
Guaranteed
yeah.
money
Good
for
for her, but it sucks for me. You know,
True.
gotta run my own
Especially-
boxes.
He has to run his own boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, running boxes sucks. I always run. I saw some runners. I saw Fred running. He's trying to hold up his shorts and turning his box at the same time.
Oh
Had that on
man,
video.
poor guy.
There's Ty.
Yeah, for
Producer
sure,
Ty.
Ty. For sure.
Do you go out of state to cook much? I mean, of course, like the Royal or something like that. But do you go out like Arkansas or Oklahoma or?
Louisiana.
I've cooked in Mississippi. I've cooked in. Well, I instruct in Georgia. Generally, it's Kansas, Oklahoma. That's a true story. Let's see here. That's pretty much it. Louisiana, even though they're my neighbors close. I mean, I can get to a Louisiana class way quicker than I can get. You know, it's funny. I was mapping out the Fort Davis one that they have in June. Jennifer and Joe have that wonderful event, Smoking the Mountains. And it was so Memphis in May it was all about, May, June, right? So I was like, let's see which is further from Houston, or Cypress, where I'm at. And Memphis was 15 minutes longer than Fort Davis, the drive to go from to my house to Memphis, and it was from my house to Fort Davis. So yeah, not really. There's again, we talked about it. There's so many challenges and so many cook-offs. There's really hardly a need to get out of state for us. But I've cooked in Kansas, obviously, for the Royal. I've cooked some non-American Royal events in Kansas. I've cooked Oklahoma. That's about it. Can't think of anything else. But there's just so many to do down here. It's really, and the competition here is just, it's incredible. So this is where I want to be.
Yep. Are you doing Fort Davis this year, Rob?
No, it always falls on something. I can't do it again this year. I think this is our third year. I've yet to do it. I hear it's wonderful. I know it's beautiful out there. My mom is from that area in Sanderson, Texas. So I know what the landscape is, and I know the beauty of it. It's just can't do it. Can't do it.
Right.
Gotcha.
It's like a time capsule going over there, man.
Yeah, it really is. I've got
once you go through all the mountains and stuff, you feel like you're going back in time, honestly. And then boom, you're in the town, right? So
100%. I love all the cut throughs of the mountains, and you can see the different rock layers and formations. It's pretty cool. Very cool. Yeah, it's beautiful out there. It really is.
No doubt.
And the competition stiff every year.
Yeah. So Rob, we gotta give you props because and we didn't want to steal anything from you, but you did the Mount Rushmore in your gift shop.
Yep.
And somebody brought it up on the show one night asking who their Mount Rushmore was. So we went through it and we did it, and the next day we were talking about it. We came up with our own type of deal, and
I love it.
We call it the Dream Team. So you are the head cook. You can pick 4 cooks, and you get a box runner. Now this can be a team you want to take to the Royal. It can be guys that you just want to cook with, or just 5 guys that come to your mind. It can go whichever direction you want, but it's your dream team.
Now, am I talking? All right, anyone, right?
Yep. Any direction you want to
go. Well, if we're doing brisket, I got to take my boy Fred Robles. The guy's just continues to be the man in brisket. Free case. If we're doing pork, you got to go Brad Leininger. That guy seems to just kill it in pork, and he runs KCBS.
Yeah,
up there. Chicken and ribs. I'm going to focus this back down to Texas, though. Chicken is such a finicky damn category. It's so hard to be consistent in one category as far as chicken. I mean, Let me think. Can I come back to those two while we?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So I got Brad and I got Fred as far as the pork and brisket guys on this dream team. All right. I did see Eddie running his ass off too, and he might be a great box runner. He was pretty. He said, "I'm fast as fuck, boy." When he ran past me.
There's your box runner for sure.
Yeah, I'll put Eddie as my box runner. Fast as fuck, boy. I'll think of the other two. I will.
You need to put that on a shirt.
Yeah, fast as fuck, boy.
The one time I actually had my camera ready because he ran chicken, he ran ribs. I mean, like, I'm not kidding, guys. He was like 25 seconds in chicken and like down to 15 seconds in ribs. And I had my camera ready for pork because my wife turns in our pork box, or she turns in the first three, but she actually builds the pork box for us, right? So she, and she kicks me out. I try to have it at 45, right? I give her 15 minutes and she'll kick me out. And actually, Fred asked me, he's like, "Are you turning in pork?" I'm like, "Yeah." Diane's in there working it right now. So anyway, I had time to set up my camera. I was ready for Eddie to come run back out past me again. But he had learned from the first two. He was walking, strutting. So,
oh my god, that's hilarious.
He gave himself a little more time.
Good though, man. Yeah, should get a T-shirt with his silhouette like that and says "Fast as fuck, boy." Yeah, that would sell.
Yeah, for sure. So being the chicken cook that you are, Rob, you think the half bird is still king of chicken in Texas, or see a lot of people doing legs and thighs, right? But how do you feel about that? I mean,
I still think half birds are the king of chicken in Texas. There's still a lot of room for the thighs and legs. You're seeing thighs and wings. You're seeing legs and wings. I do think the days of just a straight half I feel like you're gambling if you're doing that, even though those little extra stuff you put in the box are still pretty much probably going for the half. But I do think, as far as me, we did it just the other week. I didn't like the color of my wings, even though they tasted fine. They didn't match the color of my bird. So I left them out. And in my mind, I'm thinking, this is, bold strategy, Cotton, and didn't do as well as maybe if I'd included the wings. But I don't know. I do, to answer your question, I do feel like half chicken is still the way to go in Texas. I mean, that's what we started on. That's our identity. Obviously, if you get outside of Texas, when they think chicken in Texas, it's half birds, right? And so, but with the addition of CBA, like I said, you can be more creative. You can put more in there. So I do think that the thighs are doing really well. You're seeing nuggets now. Yep. They're trimming them and making them really small little chicken nuggies. And yeah, me, I'm going to continue doing halves until score sheets tell me not to do it anymore.
Yeah.
And right now it still works.
So, like, leading up to the Royal at contest, will you start running some thighs just to get back in the hang?
I will. In fact, last year in the Royal, I hit 20 something in the open with just straight. Hold on, I don't want to misspeak. I was proud of it, but I just did wings, straight wing box, and
straight wing box.
Yeah, and so that apparently is a trend up there, and so when I found that out, I hate trimming thighs, guys.
Me too.
I hate it. So if I can stay away from it, I will. Now, if I feel it needs to be in there, I know how to do it. In fact, Diane loves to trim it. She thinks it is a therapeutic process for her. So I will let her do it, and she'll be all over it. So we don't have a problem turning them in. I just don't think they're needed. But yeah, I still think halves are here. But yeah, I'll practice quite a few times in chicken, depending on what I decide to do for the Royal.
Right.
I'm the same way about thighs as Diane. I mean, I honestly feel like it's therapeutic to me too.
Yeah.
So just put on my headset, put some tool on, and just get out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, that's good for you. What I'm thinking is, like, how many of these do I have left here? and if I'm doing thighs, I'm like, how many minimum can I get by with? Because I'll have like 5 packs of them and trim 2 of them and say, let's go. Let's go. Yep. As long as they're all perfect. So I got to make them look perfect and wrap them up, do what I do to them. And then I don't have a problem turning them in. I know how to cook them. I've done okay with them, but the wings did well. Fine with that.
I was looking for a question that I almost forgot. That was from Colin. He said, "What was your biggest call?" Can't find it, but that's one of his questions.
Yeah, I believe that's what he's saying.
Colin.
Right. Yeah. There
congrats,
you go.
Colin. Colin just had his first GC, right? Yes.
First
GC.
right
there.
Yeah.
Congrats, Colin. That's pretty cool to see, my man. Biggest call. I've been blessed to compete at the Royal. Houston and San Antonio is one of my favorites. What's the other? Oh, Memphis in May. I've never competed there. I've actually turned in chicken there for a team. My biggest moment I've had so far is that first place rib at San Antonio, 300 teams out there, and getting that call, celebrating with Diane, with my wife, and having all the people come up and congratulating. And y'all guys know that's the largest sanctioning contest in Texas, second largest in the world.
Oh yeah.
To get a big call out there and was just awesome. 3rd overall. That was a great. I think that was the year that Bill won. Yeah. Aaron and me.
Aaron. Yeah.
I just love that contest. So that's it. I want to knock that one. That'd be great. Like Eddie did this past year. I'd love to knock that one. That'd be a great one to do. But first place rib at the San Antonio Rodeo was amazing. Amazing. Oh, yeah. Great feeling.
What were you telling yourself whenever y'all knew that that Eddie was gonna get that big one?
What were we telling ourselves when we were just gathering around them? I hate to be, the numbers, and that one is pretty simple, right? It's a 1 through 10 score, so we knew Eddie was going to win, and we just filmed. I wanted to capture that for Eddie, just get some different perspective, because there's probably 6 or 7 people on there. HEB was filming; he got some great airtime on that as well. That was a lot of fun seeing Eddie get some screen time on that. Man, I'm just happy for Eddie. Man, that is a huge contest to win, to knock off, and to have that under his resume is pretty impressive, man. And he seems to do well at those big contests, and that's a challenge for a lot for me. Bill's another guy. He just seems to, those big ones, he just rises to the occasion. Bill will tell you, I just got lucky, whatever. No, but Bill's a fine cook, man, and to see their success in those big contests. Fred's another one. Fred's got first place brisket, first place pork at the American Royal. He's won the American Royal, so just pretty cool.
Right on.
Did I answer the question? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, you did. I'm like, what was the question again?
Donnie's
serial killers think that shit is therapeutic.
Oh man, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. That's my wife.
Royal Party Team of the Year, multiple years.
Yeah, Royal Party Team of the Year.
Yeah. That came from all them years of tailgating, man. That was pretty cool. My buddy up there, David Lapine, he's the one who, when I cooked the American Royal, this will be my 8th year, I think, to cook the Royal coming up. And, or maybe, no, because of COVID. Yeah. 8th year. So he invites us up there and he's like, hey, can we throw a party up here? I'm like, I tell you what, if y'all pay my entry and everything that, takes to get up there, yeah, we'll throw a party. And so we did it. And then we saw what the party event kind of thing worked out as, and we're like, let's go for it. And so we did it, and we won it 5 years in a row because I claimed COVID, but no, we won it 4 years back to back to back, and then off a year because of COVID, and then won it again. And I'll tell you what, that last year didn't even want to be there on Sunday. I was so exhausted. The biggest event in barbecue in our sport, the American Royal Open. And I just I didn't even want to be there at that point. I was so wore out and tired. So we said, even before we won, we're like, this is it, guys. This is our last year to do this party of the year because I want to concentrate on the actual contest. And so we won it and we went out on top. as far as partying.
Yeah,
We're the best partiers in the history of the American Royal.
I can imagine the planning that takes, and then you got to worry about your cook too.
Yeah,
that's tough, man.
Yeah, because you got invitational. I mean, it's set up, and then Thursday night's a big party out there. If you guys go out there, Thursday night is the Cookers event. That's the Cookers night. Blues Hog has a big party out there. There's some other teams that party on Thursday night, and so you're letting loose on Thursday, and then Friday comes around because there's no competition out there. Hold on one second. Hello.
Under construction.
They are under construction right now. Anyway, yeah. So where was I? Oh, Thursday night's a crazy party, and then Friday we would have that blowout party, just a big ass party at our tent. And a lot of the cooks would come over. It was fun to host the guys, the Texas teams. They'd come over, and we'd have a good time with the DJ and do all that. But then, Saturday would invitational, and then of course the open on Sunday.
Right on.
Yeah. So I just wore the hell out. It was just too much.
And then you got to drive back.
then you got to drive back. I tell you what, though, getting the call at the Royal is very special as well, because I feel like that's not our sandbox, guys. And so anytime you can go up there and pull a couple ribbons or whatnot is it's a great feeling. And then the Texas teams all support. Man, we're a great group of guys and gals out there, because any Texas team that you hear, there's a big roar from the crowd, and it's definitely noticeable. And even the announcers will mention it. It must be a Texas team. It's just the support that the Texas teams have out there for each other is pretty special. And I don't think it's not common, because I don't hear any other states cheering that loudly for somebody from their home state, whatever. But
right.
It's definitely cool.
And Donnie came up with that one. I was fixing to ask you that one. What's your biggest barbecue fail? I like asking that question.
Yeah.
You've been cooking for a while. Yeah, you've been cooking for a while. You know.
Largest fail. I have not ever missed a turn-in, so that's good. Let me knock on my table of wood here. We've never missed a turn-in. I don't know, just being stupid at contests, probably my biggest fails back in the day. There's Eddie right there.
Hey, what's up, Eddie?
Yeah, burning something maybe back in the day. I'm not sure. I asked about the DQ. I've never had a DQ. I've never been DQ'd, which is pretty been close. I'm always pushing that limit at the end, but I have never been DQ'd.
That's a big feat on itself for as cooking as long as you have and not getting DQ'd for something.
Yeah, I've always had a score, so that tells me that it got judged. I've never been late, so I'm gonna be fucking late real soon, I'm sure. Just saying this out there. Oh, there you go. That's a good one, Eddie. That's something. I was finishing up some ribs that didn't need it. It was pretty good rib. And I had the shaker, and I didn't seal it up on top. And I'm just doing a little dash, and all of a sudden, all of it on the ribs. And they were in the box, and of course I didn't have a lot of time because I press my time, and I just had to take my little spatula and scoop it all off and turn it in. Send it. Yeah, can't be late. At least let them score. Let them give me a bad score. Thanks, Eddie. Eddie's got me. You reminded me.
Something's better than a 0.
Yeah, that thing. I did have time to. The only thing I did do is it hit the top of the rib, right? The top portion of the ribs, they were double stacked, right? So I took those, put them out. I put them on the bottom, put the ones that I had on bottom on top. So turned them in, wiped them down, sent them in. Josh Hale's in the house. What's up, Josh?
What's up, Josh?
What's up, Josh?
What's up, brother?
Yeah,
That's
I remember
cool.
hearing that, and ever since then on my little shaker bottle, I always got my thumb on that lid just in case.
No, I'm always pressing it harder right before I do it because that was a bad feeling. You're just because I'm looking at it, I'm trying to make sure I get even distribution right. I'm like, oh, all of a sudden, boom, it's just lit on and all the shakers on top of it. That's it.
But was it in slow motion when it opened up on you?
No, it was just there. It was just like, oh. And it took me a second. Like I was literally just stunned. And yeah, they did still walk low, but there wasn't a whole bunch of teams there. I was just looking at it like, what the hell do I do? This has never happened to me. So it took me a couple seconds, and I just fixed it. Tried to anyway. I dropped the steak this past year in Briscoe. Hit 7th. Thank God that our boy over there keeps that parking lot very clean. Wade Carpenter. It was funny. There was a little round marker where it dropped it all weekend. Hit 7th. They needed that extra seasoning. Apparently, I cleaned it. If people are watching, of course.
Right.
Need that little grit.
Yeah.
Right. Little dash.
Oh
100%.
man.
What's up, Eddie? Yeah, talk, bro. You don't always gotta talk. Have you learned that yet?
Oh man.
Hey, we can
No
get
someone we got now. It's Tyler. Oh shit.
That's Kyle. I love it. Eddie, Mr. Quiet himself until Rate My Boxes talking shit. I did say, Eddie, you killing it now. You're doing great.
Hi, Kyle.
He's fast as fuck, boy.
He's fast as fuck, boy. He is.
Well, really good. That's awesome, man.
He is fast as fuck, boy. Man, let me get I'm sorry, y'all asked another question. I'm still thinking of my chicken guy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you next.
Yeah, we're gonna circle back.
How long does y'all show go?
Whatever.
Hour, 2 hours.
Whatever. It don't matter.
No.
Oh man. All right. Well, y'all asked me another question. I gotta think about my chicken person, and then.
I said, did you figure out your rib guy?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Bill Purvis in ribs.
Mm-hmm.
He's got. I was gonna say something to be clipped later, but he always has a tender, beautiful looking ribs. Those ribs still did walk. Josh and CB were there along with Eddie. Yeah. So, and Bill obviously makes them as beautiful as can be. He's got some of the prettiest filtered pictures out there, but they start off as gorgeous to begin with, and then he Instagrams them, and they even look way better. But yeah, so Bill, that's a pretty good dream team right there of Bill and Fred and Brad.
Yep.
Who's the best chicken cook in Texas, boys?
CBA. It was Cesar Mejia.
Caesar's a good one.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about over the last, let's say, 3 years that you guys have been in
That
it.
goes a little too far back for me.
Does it?
Put the jets on them hooves.
Damn, you knew Sam.
I just started. I just started the 3rd year.
Oh, you know what?
So
Oh, that's a good question.
I got it. It's Robert Smith.
Robert Smith.
There you go.
Oh,
Robert
yeah.
Smith. Robert Smith is I
So,
think he's won chicken 2 years in a row that we started this thing. He's team of the year in CBA 2 years in a row. That guy that guy cooks every weekend, and barbecue is his business. You know, a lot of guys are cooking every weekend, but that guy's been doing it for as long as I've known him. He's cooked every weekend. Been on the big shows, been sponsored. He's got a big rig. He's a great ambassador and a damn good chicken guy.
So let's all 4 of them, right? And then let's remind Eddie where he landed at.
Eddie got it just after this weekend. All right, we got Robert Smith and chicken, Bill Purvis on ribs, Brad Leininger and pork, just because he knows pork up there. Fred Robles and brisket speaks for itself. And then they asked me, Eddie, Like our gumball is our gift shop is our barbecue box runner, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And after your performance this weekend and chicken and ribs, Eddie, fastest fuck boy, you dream team box runner.
Man, that's badass. The seller right there.
It's solid.
He was wearing boots and jeans too.
Damn.
Still hauling ass.
Hell yeah.
Still hauling ass.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Melody asked, do you have like a barbecue ritual or a
Superstition.
superstition?
I'm pretty superstitious, and I wear, my Josh's daughter made some bracelets that I would when she made them for us, we had yet to not ever walk. So every time I had it on, we would at least get a walk. And then I lost it. I had pulled it was one of them, those beaded bracelets things.
Right.
I pulled my glove off and it came off with it, and I couldn't find it. Of course, that day that I lost it, we got shut out. And so she made another one. So I wear those. I have a wristband. People probably think it's stupid, but it's just superstition to me, man. That's all it is. We have to do everything as much as on time that we can. Obviously there's factors that don't allow it to, depending on when you get to a contest or whatever. But man, I just like to keep it all the same. Just wear those two or three things that I wear for a contest. That's it right there. I love my rituals with my boys. We are 10 a.m. beer, the 922, when Reagan's around or when Stacy and Josh are around. That's not so much a superstition. It's more of a thing that I guess it is. I feel like we got to do it to keep the barbecue gods on our side. So,
right.
Yep.
So down there in Houston, do they not sell full length shorts down there, or what?
They do, bro. I just
fucking do.
I like my shorts, bro. That's it. I only do it because it's comfortable at a contest. That's it.
Fuck no. I couldn't even wear shorts on a regular day. It looks like I'm riding a rooster, man. Like, fuck no. I got skinny ass white legs, man.
My wife called me a dick for that question.
We were at a contest one time, and Danny, I was sitting across from Danny, my barbecue homie, Danny Regan. He's like, Robbie Dobby, either close your legs or pull your shorts down. It's like, damn it. All right. Too short. These are too short.
Man.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Brandon wears extra long. Brandon, I can't. Below the knee is crazy to me. I mean, those might as well be what do they call them? What are the girls? Capris. They might as well be capris, bro.
Yeah.
The bell-bottom capris.
That's right. First beer given to me in Texas was from Rob. Hell yeah. Daddy Dutch.
Daddy Dutch.
Daddy Dutch. Softball days.
The
Yeah.
softball days.
Oh, yeah.
Those are some days I don't miss. I was right there with you, Rob. I used to play a lot of competitive softball, traveling all, Texas playing.
Yeah.
I don't know if I drank more beer then or barbecuing, but it's a little bit easier when I don't have to wake up as early.
How about them 3 a.m. games?
They suck.
Yeah.
I remember going to the bar in between, and then we shut the bar down, and then we went and played at 3 a.m. And I told the coach, I said, I don't know which ball to hit. I can't. Is it the top one, the bottom one, the one on the left? Just put me on the bench.
That'll teach you how to drink and play at the same time. Or concentrate a little bit, or at least run. Back then, when I was running.
Yeah, 3 a.m. softball game sounds shitty to me.
No, they're shitty.
Oh,
they
we
are.
used to have
No
a bunch of
jorts. No
the
hashtag
Iron
jorts.
Mans, and you'd play Friday night all the way through Saturday, and then Sunday they started the elimination bracket.
Yeah, tournament.
Yeah.
So you're definitely a Texans fan, right? Like, you know what a good team looks like, at least in football. What about basketball and baseball?
I'm a Houston sports fan. Y'all know. I don't know if y'all should know. I'm a big Astros fan.
Yep.
Love the Rockets back in the day. They got a good team right now. I'm starting to watch them a little bit. I don't know. I don't have time for 3 damn things at the same time and barbecue and all that stuff. So I am keeping up with them. I definitely will watch them in the playoffs, but basketball is really, I love the sport. I love watching it. Never was really good at it. Because look like a basketball. So I didn't play basketball, but I did play a lot of baseball and played football and love the Oilers. Like Serge was saying earlier, definitely a Texans fan, season ticket holder, and Astros. Love the Astros. Astros were my first love for sure.
And I never could get into baseball, and I thank God my son doesn't play baseball, man, because that is a long ass fucking season, especially if they play AAU baseball. Holy fuck, dude! I got friends that just spend a crazy amount of money traveling all over. Like
It's
3-4 days.
It's year round. It's year round. Football is seasonal. Basketball seasonal. Football is year round, man. It's I mean, not football, baseball. Baseball is year round.
Yeah, your boy would be a good baseball player, Kyle. He already looks like a freaking college baseball player. He's so tall. He's a big kid, man.
Yeah, he is.
Nah, we'll leave him in basketball. He enjoys basketball, and that's his vibe, right? Let him play it.
Yeah.
Keep him the fuck out of baseball if we can, that's for sure.
I took my wife to her first Major League Baseball game in Arlington, being a Rangers fan myself, and they're playing the Astros, and she became an Astros fan after that game. I mean, I don't know how that shit backfired, but it did big time, man.
Probably did it despite you, bro.
Damn, bro, don't hit me with something that deep right now, bro. I've been drinking.
Oh, man.
Well, the Astros getting a whoop, right?
What else you got, Rob? You got anything crazy for us? What's coming up next?
Right.
On the show we don't really, like I said, I got to get with Ty and Eddie and see if they're watching. If they want to run one this week, it'll be all on them. Yeah, we've got some stuff in the pipes that we always want to try and be different and introduce some new stuff. So we got something coming up that hopefully will be cool. There's some stuff that we always think about that doesn't always come to fruition, like Eddie, what happened to the fantasy league that we were going to do type stuff and whatnot. So I don't know. We'll figure that out. We got to. I feel like this was a fun milestone, 300, and then get to regroup and see where we're going to end up with the direction the show takes. But right now we're going to appreciate that, Danny Dutch. We're going to keep running it as we do, and just see. Again, people continue to watch, and we're going to keep doing it, man. It's still a lot of fun for me. It's a passion that I love doing. I love being a part of this. I love introducing stuff to the barbecue community. I love comments like he just said, man. It's just as a barbecue ambassador, that's great, but I'm just having fun, man. I'm just having fun doing it, and so I'm going to continue to do it with the addition of Eddie and obviously the help of producer Ty. It's fun, but as far as barbecue BullHorn, we're going to continue. We'll see where we end up. After the baseball season goes, we'll see where we come up for air in June or in July, and see where we are in the point standings, and see if teams are catchable, which they are at that point. And so you can have a good run and be right back in it if teams get a little distance from us. So we'll see what we get going on from as far as BullHorn, as far as the barbecue is concerned. But we'll be at the Royal this year. All the big events, man. This first part of the year is the big rodeo season, bro. We got, we've had them all just right now. CBA, Smoking on the Rio, Austin, Houston, San Antonio. I know I'm missing some big ones out. We just had Alvin Music Festival, which is almost 200 teams.
Jeez,
these big contests are fun, but they're also a challenge. So yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing a 35 teamer roll up.
Right.
You're seeing 175 teamers. Feels like since the beginning of the year. So we're all good. We're excited. Hopefully we'll be back in the top 10 this year is the goal, and maybe sneak a category. I do want that chicken category. That trophy that Reagan presented last year. I don't know if y'all saw that. That was
Yeah.
The big
the
cool.
Cock King Trophy. That is
that was pretty bad.
that is a goal, and hopefully, I think I'm sitting in 7th as we talk. So, and I still haven't really felt really good all year about it. So, hopefully, get on a nice little roll and see what happens. And I do want that one.
Right.
Do want that one badly. That'd be good.
Yep.
That would be
I
good.
got you.
We're
Yeah.
putting it out there.
What's the farthest in Texas you'll travel to cook? Like 2-3 hours? 4
No, I mean,
hours?
I've been to Midland. I've that was 8 hours.
I remember that.
Yeah,
You and your wife won all those free entries. I was like, what the hell?
we did. No one
It
was.
dominated.
I was like, was anybody putting anything in there? Yeah, we've been to Midland. I have no problem going to Fort Davis. It always falls on somewhere. I've been to the Valley, south of Wharton. Just kidding. I've been to the real Valley where Fred is. Been to Paris, Texas. That is right before Oklahoma. We travel. We're not afraid to travel. We used to early on. If it was like, man, if it was over an hour, we'd be like, that's a little far away. Now, shit, you're just getting settled in. I feel like 3 hours is easy, right? Pleasanton, San Antonio, Austin, Killeen, Lampasas. That's all within an easy drive from Corpus, wherever it may be. It's not too bad. Beyond that, then you really got to not really think about it. You just got to prepare for it, right? You just got to all right, well, we need to leave super early, right, to get there in time. So I have no problem traveling. We have no problem traveling. We enjoy it. That is therapeutic for me, just being on the road and just kind of clearing some thoughts and listening to the radio and getting ready for a contest is a lot of fun.
Get out of the city.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Who's going to Ruidoso? Says Chingon. What's up, Manny? Best part of barbecue is the traveling. Yeah, I love it. I've been thinking about it, and I'm gonna be looking for trailers. I heard y'all talking. I want a porch trailer as well. I'm tired of pulling everything out. But yeah, I need to really start the trailer I got is as Josh will tell you, is hanging on. It's hanging on. So
I got my fenders all flying off going down the road and shit. Yeah.
one of these days I'm gonna travel to a contest and all the stuff inside of it's gonna make it back with me, but maybe not the trailer. Like, come pick it up.
Manuel, I'll be in Ruidoso, brother.
Got a bull on the side of it.
Let's see.
3 hours is backyard. Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Josh is in Central Texas. Everything's 3 hours from Josh, or less.
That made
Yeah, we're more like a minimum of 5 everywhere we go.
Yeah, everywhere it's 5.
6 for me. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I do feel y'all travel quite a bit more than what we do, especially.
Is
Manny,
Manuel
too.
kicking Ruidoso, or is he just talking shit?
No, he'll be there.
I bet he's there.
He said he was going to be there.
Shit. I'm gonna go be a certified judge at that one. Then come on.
He said it's way past its last leg. I know it's hanging on. That past last leg is just hanging on.
I think it is Sergio. I'm pretty sure it's a state championship.
But it's not an auto, right? It used to be.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Not with it having other. I think there's 2 other state championships in New Mexico.
We got that Lovington, but
Lovington, and then there's the one in Red River.
yeah.
I think the furthest I've gone for barbecue was Vegas, and that was 14 hours.
Damn, bro, I have to piss in a Gatorade bottle if I went 15 hours straight nonstop.
You gotta get diesel at some point.
Mm.
Yeah.
Daddy Dutch says he'll drag it home. All right, bring some money.
Oh man.
Oh,
and it might be an
Sergio
auto.
still thinks it's an auto, so I don't know. I'm not saying
I'm not sure.
Nah, true that. Yeah, bro.
I know what that comment's for right there.
Goddamn, Manuel's been talking shit the last couple of shows, dude.
Shit, bro. God damn.
Well, cool, man.
Oh, man.
Where we at? Hour and 30 minutes. So comments keep coming in.
How many boxes we got, Ty? I'm just kidding. This is about the time where I'm like, Ty, how many boxes we got tonight?
Is Red River the same weekend?
What's that?
What's that?
Is Red River the same weekend as?
No. Red River's the same weekend as the Red Raider meets.
Red Raider.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yep.
We'll cook that one this year for sure. Again, that was cool last year. I liked it.
I
It was
just
hot
wish
as
it wasn't
fuck
in a
in
damn
that
parking
asphalt,
lot.
Yeah, that was fucking hot, bro.
It's not an auto.
Thanks, Sergio. I kind of figured it wouldn't, but
Ty said 37.
Oh shit! Manuel said they got 4 state championships this year.
Damn.
Maybe 5.
Maybe
Yeah,
5.
still working on it. See
what I mean? It's flourishing. Barbecue is growing still, guys. It's there was a little lull there right after 2020, but it's definitely in full swing.
Yep.
absolutely, bro. Yes, sir.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Like a story
man.
there.
No, there's no story. I do have a lot of ratchet straps on, bro.
Fucking Eddie. I stopped to piss every 45 minutes. Asked Josh Hill. Damn.
You got a little bladder. You got a baby bladder.
Bro, once you break the seal, it's over, man. Damn.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Well, cool, man. You want to talk about any sponsors, Rob? You want a shout out you want to give out to?
Definitely want to give some love to my wife. She's a big part of my team. She's been with, she's a big reason why we have had some recent success in the last few years. When she got on board, it's definitely helped my game. Cosmos, I'm part of Team Cosmos up there. I appreciate them backing me for a number of years. Joey Machado with Texas Original Charcoal, been a part of Joey's evolution from where he started to where he's at right now, and I love it. And I got to meet Joey in 2019. We've been really good friends since, and support Joey whatever he decides to do. But I love the product, Texas Original Charcoal. If you guys aren't using that, that's definitely
Awesome, bro.
great, hard burning, long burning charcoal. RecTech, they've been one of my original supporters. I go and instruct them. I instruct at their academy each and every year. I'll go back this fall. I love Jody and Greg and John and Ray and everybody associated with RecTech. I've got my friend Jessica. She's a big supporter of us. She supports our trip to the Royal each and every year. So I got to give some love to Jessica Gonzalez, and I'm sure I'm missing somebody, but I just love everybody. That barbecue store, and we branded. All y'all see it every time on the show.
Yeah.
So
Right.
all these sponsors we love, but those are the supporters of our team. So that's it. I appreciate you guys having me on. It's fun to be on this side of the camera.
No, man. Thank you,
Thank
man,
camera.
for paving the
Thank
way,
you.
brother.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
Appreciate
for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
this show's
Respect,
your show's been a big inspiration for us, and for bringing this show on, and like you're on my Mount Rushmore, and for
Appreciate
everything that
that,
you've
my
done.
man.
So it's awesome, man. I really appreciate you coming on for sure.
Absolutely. And of course, shout out to Eddie and Ty and their big help.
Thanks,
of
Josh.
my show, man, for sure.
Thanks,
Sure.
Josh.
And again,
There you
a
go.
big congrats to you, Rob, Ty, Eddie on 300 episodes. Hopefully 300 more coming.
Yeah.
100 more.
Sir, absolutely, brother.
That'd be crazy. But you never know.
Yeah.
We're gonna, like I said, just put your head down and see where you come up for air and see what number you're on. So
Yep.
It's all cool.
Right on, brother.
And love you guys show. This is cool. Like I said, man, I love what you guys got going on here. All 4 of you guys each and every Monday are plugging away. These are fun, man, and you're growing the sport. You don't know if you realize it what you're doing, but you're helping people that are watching right now that may not know who any of us are right now, but they're going to learn, and they're going to continue, and that's what's growing this sport. That's why I say it's flourishing, and just proud to be a small part of it, man.
Appreciate it,
No,
man.
man. Appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for coming on, Rob, and you have a good one, man. We'll see you on Wednesday.
All right.
See you in the
Yes,
film.
Thanks,
sir.
Rob.
Absolutely. Y'all take
Peace. We'll see you.
it easy, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, dude, that was pretty cool.
That was awesome.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm trying to keep up with these comments.
I love
know,
it.
it's been wild. That's good, man. Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, that's what we're trying to do. Right? We're trying to bring awareness, you know.
Yep.
Fucking Manuel over there talking shit, man.
Fucking Eddie, fucking Donnie, fucking Manuel. Damn, bro, they're cracking me the fuck up, bro. I can't. Look, crazy.
Yeah. Well, cool. What do we got next week, Sam?
I believe we got the Pit Pirates out of Amarillo next week.
Yeah.
I was trying to find my notes, but I'm pretty sure that's what we got.
Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it.
Steven and the homie. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Them guys are solid, bro. Pit Pirates.
Appreciate it, Josh.
No, they dusted my ass. I know that.
I say, man, they've been the past couple of months. They've been pretty hot. They've been rolling good.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say that they're a fairly new team as well. Maybe within the last 2-3 years. I could be wrong, but
What's in Amarillo?
Man, that was a hell of a challenge, bro. Going up there, man. Went through that biggest windstorm they had. We got there a day early. I mean, just to be able to beat that shit was crazy, man.
Thanks, Colin.
thanks, Colin.
Thanks, Eddie.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Eddie. Thanks, Colin. Thank you. Means a lot, brother.
We'll see y'all Wednesday.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, cool, man. We're gonna call this one or what?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Good.
10-4.
Drink too much brew, bro. I gotta get my fucking grub on. Shit. Go balls deep in that pillow, man. Get some memes.
Well, cool, boys. We're gonna call this one, man. What is this, episode 34? So
34.
thanks for everybody coming on again, and we'll do it again next week. Pit Pirates.
Yep.
Sure. Absolutely
Same
looking forward to it.
Same
Alrighty.
place. So
Yes, sir.
cool.
Yep.
Later, boys.
Thanks, guys.
Later, boys.
Later.
This is Parrish Randall, and this concludes this episode of Beyond the Smoke. Thanks for stopping by, friend. We hope to see you again real soon. Until next time, happy trails. Until we talk meat again.